This is kind of a different type of video for me. I just did that video about the 17 mistakes and anomalies on recordings. And, you know, the Whole Lot of Love's middle section, or it's more towards the end, I guess, where Robert Plant just goes off and there's that weird little echoey sound and you can hear the pre-vocal before he actually sings. That's always been interesting to me. And when you read around the internet, you know, I know Eddie Kramer talked about it and stuff. I just want to try, just for my own, I don't know, just for my own entertainment, to try to recreate it as close as possible. And I'm just going to take the isolated vocal track and I'm going to put some effects on it. I'm going to be doing some bounces and stuff. But I also just want to see if I can even get close. So I'm going to be comparing it to the real version. So I don't know if this is going to get blocked or what, but we'll see what happens. So let's first of all import the tracks. Bam, bam. It's going to be a lot of inside baseball here tonight. Actually, it's today. I kind of woke up early today, which is wild. And it was raining out a little bit, so I threw on a raincoat and I walked around in it. I love doing that. Okay, so new track. We have, this is the actual track. So like that. And then we have just the vocal track here. So I'm going to boost that up a little bit. All right, so the part I'm really interested in would be right about here.
Down inside.
What's crazy is the more you do Pro Tools and you get really used to waveforms, you can almost just hear a song by looking at the waveforms. It's really weird. All right. It's a pretty intense vocal track, actually. So let's get rid of everything. Now we have our little piece here that we want. And I'm going to go up to the actual version, the real version, and find that part as well. All right. I was just talking about how you can hear music with the waveforms and then I couldn't find it. It's a lot easier when it's the isolated track. All right. I'm just putting it up here for the reference material right there. I don't know if I'm going to get that far, so maybe let's just go here.
What?
That's probably where you hear the very first pre-echo.
Way down in.
So I thought an easy way to do this, I'm not always looking for the easy way, by the way. And I know back in the day they had to use different kinds of, you know, bouncing practices and all these techniques. But we can just do that nowadays. So I just copied it, basically. And what I'm going to do, just to see if I can do a really, really lazy way of doing it, I'm going to...
Way down in.
That little pre-way, I don't know if that's actually in the real song. That's weird. I'm going to take it out for now. I'll check on it later. So let's say now that the bottom track here is going to be the echoey, reverby one. And then the one up here is going to be the one that's in your face. So the timing's going to be the hard part.
Way down in.
Let's just eyeball it, as they say.
Way down inside. Way down inside.
I'm going to go to the real track and see if that way is in there. No, I don't really hear it there, so I'm going to just take that out. I think it's on both of these, obviously. Because I duplicated it. Duh. All right.
Way down. Way down inside. Woman.
All right, now I have to see how far apart they are.
Way down inside. Woman. You.
Okay, I'm trying to count. I don't know if it's consistent, but...
You.
Okay, in certain places it's closer than others, I think. Yeah, so that first one.
Way down
So the other way doesn't come in until the in word of the pre.
Way down
Right there.
way down inside.
Now, just to give this a little bit more of a distinct sound, I already turned it down a little bit, but I'm going to just put a little bit of like reverb on it, maybe, just to give it a little bit of a sound. You can see all the few plugins I actually use. Let's try this one, I think. Yeah, that's got a classic look to it. Okay, we'll make it pretty wet.
What?
Just to give it a different tone, you know?
Way down inside.
And then I think there's also a delay. So it kind of messes with your ear because it's delaying and there's that pre-delay happening. I could be wrong about the delay thing. I'm going to double check. But let's see what we have here. Hopefully these are linked up. Okay.
Way down.
So it's all the way wet.
Way down inside.
See that little bit of an echo there kind of makes it sound a little more authentic. I'm going to go back and double check, but let's play it with this.
Way down inside.
Right there, I think the track needs to be moved so it fits better. Because here it's going to be...
Way down inside.
You know, both vocals have reverb, so let me just bring that over here and make this a little less wet, just because we don't want it to be too crazy. Also, I'm going to move these down because I'm going to have to EQ the vocal a little bit. It's a little too dry. I keep saying vocal, sorry. Let's just do something simple. I don't know. SSL channel is always fun, but it's got a lot to it. So you could just choose a vocal as a preset if you're lazy like me. And you could basically get a good sound, but I don't want it to crush the vocal.
Way down inside.
Okay. It's not doing too much. Oh, I'm not listening to the right track. Duh.
Way down inside.
That sounds pretty good.
Way down inside.
So you got some high-end work in here, so it's a little more like the real track. I thought it was going to squish the hell out of it. And why don't we do the same here, just to give it equal footing. Actually, this needs to be a little more top-endy, so let's go...
Way down inside.
Oh, that delay is kind of weird. I don't know if it's that...
Way down inside. Woman, you.
Okay, I'm learning that the bottom track here has to be way more washed out.
Way down inside.
And I'm doubting myself now about the delay, but it sounds cool.
Way down inside.
And then I'm noticing that this woman down here is actually moved way over. So like, almost like that, I think.
Woman, way down inside. Woman, woman.
Yeah, it's almost instantaneous, so let's bring it over a little bit more. And I'm noticing there's actually some feedback on the, not feedback like you would think like a guitar squealing feedback or a microphone feedback. It's the delay feedback. Keeps going in the background, which creates this cool bed of sound. Let's see if this is too much.
Way down inside.
Oh, not enough. I think in the real version, you hear it just continuously.
Way down inside. Woman, you need.
I just cut this last part out because I don't want to blow your ears out.
Need.
Oh well. I have it compressed. No, I don't. Alright. I need this last scream. So it doesn't sound like they're doing that. I do hear like a reverb kicking in really big at the almost like they took the wet dry factor and just started turning it up towards the end of that. That's pretty cool. Unless it's a proximity thing where he gets closer to the mic and it makes it more verby. I don't know.
Way down inside, woman, you need.
Cool. Those first few phrases are all I care about really today.
Way down inside,
Okay, then there's gonna be this wait.
woman, you need.
So I should have moved both tracks probably at the same rate, but let's see what happens if I do this. And I also need to make the sound, I don't know if it's just because it's the individual track, it got really like, so I think I'm going to take a lot of the low end out. That delay is just nuts. Let's make it longer. Okay. I'm going to make it sound more like a telephone now. You're starting to get a nice bed of vocal there. I still think this sounds more telephone. Yeah. It's mid and there's like no low end at all, so I gotta fix that. I'm just killing the input. Oh no. Kind of breaking it up in an interesting way. Alright. I thought I could turn the input down from there. I still don't know how to use my own plugins. All right.
Way down inside, woman, you.
That's the last one. I'm really interested in how close they are. Ooh, it's really... Okay. It's about the same length as the other one.
Woman, you need.
I still say the delay is a lot like longer, like a separated. Not that it repeats a bunch of times, but I think it kicks in a lot later. So let's see.
Way down inside, woman, you need.
All right, we're getting there. At the end of the woman, though, it kind of repeated the feedback a little bit too much.
Woman, you.
Maybe not.
Woman,
Okay, I get it. Now we just have to take the feedback down because it's not really repeating that much. I think I overstated that, or I overshot that a little bit.
Way down inside, woman, you
Yeah, hear that third woman?
need
That's... I gotta cut it off from doing that, so let's bring it back.
woman, you need
That is so cool. Okay. I have it going the wrong too much the other way now. Let's go to 0. Okay, so I forgot you could go into negative numbers.
way down inside, woman, you need woman, you.
How about 0 feedback? Let's see if I can do that.
Woman, you need woman, you need
Interesting. All right, let's play it through.
way down inside, woman, you need
Okay, we're getting somewhere.
way down inside, woman, you need
Cool. So it's not... I don't think it's in the real recording, that pre-love. Yeah, they kind of take that out. So I'm just going to take it out here and let the real vocal do the trick. So I would have to take the reverb and increase it as it went up. Just like that. Wow, that was cool. I did it like actually freehand. So if I were to say print this down or bounce it down, you know what? I don't even know if that would work. I've never done this before. Wow, let's try it. Let's do audio track. We'll go vocal verb. And here's the tough part. I'm wondering if I could do this. My friend Chris is probably like clawing his eyes out right now. Let's try bus out. And then we'll bus in this thing here. So we should get... Yeah. I'm going to do this blind too. Because what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to... I wonder if I could... let's just try this. Oh, this would be really cool if it worked. I love experimenting. Oh, I didn't hit record, did I? Okay, let's try that one more time. Might help. Okay, I could tell by the waveform that it may have worked, actually. Real-time adjusting. All right, let's hear it. Yeah, love it. Okay, so I'm just going to gray that one out. That'll make my friend happy. I used to just delete everything, and he's like, why? You could just gray it out, and then if you need it, it's there. So should we hear the whole thing so far? Because I bounced it and I left these plugins, I'm just going to leave no plugins on this new track. Because it's already should be printed to tape, if you will. Oops, let's bring this one back.
Way down inside, woman, you need.
The music will be gone there, but cool. Let's listen to the real version.
Way down inside, woman, you need.
Cool. I am hearing more feedback going on, but every time I do it, it ends up in the wrong place. Let's just do a little tiny bit more, and then we'll call it here. Maybe 10%?
Way down inside, woman, you
Oh, we're getting close now. I just need to hear the inside repeat again.
down inside, woman.
Oh, we are so close, you guys. Okay.
Down inside, down inside,
Oh.
way down inside, woman, you need.
I think I like that. Even though it's not perfect on this inside.
Way down inside, woman, you need.
Oh, I gotta hear this reverb one more time. That's my favorite thing right now. Okay, if I could time this inside better, we got it.
Way down inside,
Right there, how the inside and the woman kind of clash in a cool way.
way down inside.
All right, I heard it a little bit in there. I might just be wishful thinking here.
Way down inside, woman, you need.
That is way cool. Now what we could do is we could add like a master track, because right now it still sounds a little too fat compared to the tracks that I'm hearing. But we could always go like a massive passive kind of thing, which I love this thing. And then you could choose like dull mix fix or something like that.
Way down inside, woman, you need.
See, it's a little bit top endy now, a little more fits in the scheme of things. All right, now we have it.
Way down inside, woman, you need.
right. Let's go with that. So, in the end, all I really did was duplicate the first track, moved it back. I had to do some, moving around because the timing changes, which is interesting. I added some, EQ compression to the vocals, which probably didn't need compression. And then we have the reverb and we have the delay on that secondary track that I moved. And I kind of thinned things out a little bit because it was sounding too big. And then we have the vocal at the end, which was a fun thing to do in real time. And I'm glad I was able to pull that off because that would have been really embarrassing if it didn't work. Okay, so you could tell I'm sort of a makeshift engineer. I make things work. And if I can, I call my friend Chris, and he always can help me because he is a master at Pro Tools. So what I would do probably, I would add like a final, let's see. Yeah, I really love these final limiters to just boost the signal up, but since I'm not doing a full mix, I don't really bother with it. And then I would bounce it down and I would have a final copy of it. So Pro Tools is kind of fun. Once you really get to know multi-tracking, everything just becomes key commands and you just do things fast. Like I could just bounce it right now, but I won't. But thanks everyone for watching. That's kind of cool that in just a short amount of time we were able to get pretty close. I mean, it's not exact by any means, but if I was really in the studio doing this, it is possible to do it pretty fast nowadays with just copy, paste, and duplicate and all that stuff. Don't have to print to tape or anything. But all right, everyone, hopefully that was exciting. Not exciting, but interesting. And we'll catch you soon. Bye-bye.